Hey guys, welcome back to Elden Ring. We're here in the Weeping Peninsula. We're gonna head over and check out the giant mausoleum there. So these things I've never really used before, but they're pretty interesting. It's a pretty cool thing. I thought it was a dungeon at first, but it's really not. You see the little glowing things around there? You just break them with your weapon. You use I guess you can use the horse or not the horse. You can use torrent. That's what I was going for. Or not torrent, but it's definitely easier to not get squished when you're on the horse. And just go around and break them. And we'll skip ahead to after I do that because it's kind of a tedious process. So as you can see, you do that. The legs like crumple underneath of it, and it just like falls to the ground. Hop up on there, and go see what's in here. I was actually really disappointed. I was kind of hoping it would be a dungeon. But it's really just a duplication thing for, I guess for like boss souls. This is the best way to put that, like the Elden Ring soul things. But yeah, we don't have any, so. And then I thought those were chests over there, so I went over to see if I could open them. They weren't. I couldn't break them, so just left. Alright, so after a lot of traveling, just running around checking for things, I ended up in this area here next to this like Erd tree, and that leads us into boss fight number 9, the Erd tree avatar. So this thing is the most success I've ever had with it was fighting on horseback, because it does a lot of AoE powerful attacks. You can see we do pretty good damage to it, but then it just like getting hit with it, it's like getting hit with an Amazon truck full of bowling balls. It just like wrecks us. So the main point is not to get hit by this thing. Mobility is kind of key. I just keep running in and out. And then it does like that shit, which is like a holy attack. And then it shoots like lightning at you. So again, you want to be kind of mobile for that. Skeletons are there. They're torrent guys, so I'm kind of bummed. And that's death number 1. Alright, we respawn back here. Ready to go. Ready to jump right back into this fight. Get back on the horse. Summon my dudes. They were little to no help for me last time, but they kept this guy just busy enough that it wasn't an issue. Hit and run tactics with this guy. Because, like I said before, he'll mess you up. So, see, he does that jumping attack. You know, I go in when my guys are wounded. I'm just trying to do like cavalry runs, right? Like straight attacks alongside of him. I'm trying not to have that happen. Due to slow getting up, the characters in this are very slow to get up. I miss the Dark Souls like ability to just get the hell up. But instead of just calling it, we're going to lean into this fight and try to get the hell out of here. And I think he's going to do the lightning thing here pretty soon. This should be it. And the mobility from the horse isn't there, so I'm just going to try to run and try to get some of those pots in between me and him. Ooh, you see I jumped there for an attack and met him halfway. He won. But I kept one of my guys alive, and that's important. You can see them coming in from the side there. Oh, yeah, that ground attack. I got greedy and paid for it with that one. But we still have health. Still a pretty sweet roll there. Ooh, that too. I thought I got greedy with that one, but just roll. And then he steps on me. And I dodged that attack. He misses with that attack, which was good because that had negated the healing. And at this point, I'm just like, hell with it. We're just gonna beat him. You know, I dodged a couple of those, I think, out of luck. Not any real skill was involved in that one. That was just kind of luck. And then I hit him with a visceral right here at the end, and that just kind of puts a wrap on the whole thing. The cool thing is when you kill these Erd tree avatars, they give you additional things for your physic, so you can make it do different stuff. But yeah, that was that fight. So after a little bit more exploring, I ended up in the Tombsworth Catacombs here. It's exactly similar to the other ones that we've done. It's just filled with undead instead of imps. So, see, there's a bonfire. I'm going to stop right here, and I'll meet you right before the boss fight. Alright, so Cemetery Shade is going to be this boss, and it's pretty easy, to be real honest with you. Like, I was expecting this fight to be a lot tougher. He just looks a lot more imposing, and like it feels like it's going to be like this very visceral thing, right? Like this very like hardcore fight. Boop! Look at that. Nope. The anchor gives no fucks and just completely demolishes this dude. He dodges the skeleton bros, and I just come up and just beat it. Just literally just beat it. It's over in seconds. Literal seconds. Like I was watching this back, and I was like, all right, let's see how many times this took me. It took me one. It took me like half of a try. One of the easiest bosses I've ever fought in this game. I do my victory celebration, and we dip out. All right, back at the Weeping Peninsula now. I went back to that bonfire by the guy there. You can see Castle Morn Ramparts is where we are. I skipped to daytime here, and then we are going to do something pretty cool. We're going to get to Castle Morn. So, I'm not going to do Castle Morn in this episode. Okay, it's important to know. But, we will get there. So, the way to get to Castle Morn is you go this way. There's Castle Morn right there in the background. There's a map off to the left side that I'm going to grab. And then I'm going to... You need to be on your horse for this. See? There's the map. Right there. And incoming. So, Homeboy is over there firing artillery shots at you. Look at that size of that goddamn great arrow. And he's not the best shot, but you can see he gets pretty close. And then I think there's an AoE of explosion force damage. So you don't want to be near that. If you stick to the right side, you can get some cover between you and him. But then, see, when you get close to him, you'll notice that, where is he? There he is. He's a big tall boy. And if you remember, he is exactly like the guy that we fought before, except this one's got an arrow. But just keep hitting his legs, and look at that. He's not nearly as tough as the other one. Down he goes. Boom, boom, done, boom. And this is Castle Morn. Stand here, victory celebrating, and head up the stairs into the ramparts. Now, I'm going to get up to the first little area here, and then Castle Morn is going to be its own video. There's a lot here, and it's kind of like a one-off video. Nothing in this little side room. I put my lantern on. Okay, and then just head right over here, and this is where we're going to not end this episode, but I'm going to skip ahead to a couple boss fights, I guess. And I'll catch you back in a second. Alright, guys. So we're here back at the Church of Ella. So, this is technically after the Castle Morn, but I didn't want to do that video in this video, and this video was too short to do another one. So, that's a separate video. It'll be after this. But, right now, we're going to take on the Tree Sentinel. You remember this guy from the beginning of the game. Big, heavy boss. You don't really want to fight him. But we have the anchor and a can-do attitude and a butt-ton of leveling. So we're going to give this a shot. We got our skeleton boys out, and we're just kind of waiting for them to aggro on him so we can go clean up the mess. And here we go. So immediately, this dude hits like a truck. So do we. The important thing to know is he's got that halberd, which is a long reach. His horse can move sideways, and he hits very hard. It's kind of it. We're kind of cutting pretty good here, though, I will say. Down under half health already. I was pleasantly surprised at how just quickly we were able to just do this, because normally this guy gives me a lot of trouble. Normally I start as like a samurai, but I wanted to do a strength run because strength weapons are cool. And I was not disappointed. Like, this guy, we're just chewing up bosses at this point. It's honestly kind of sad. And just like that, he drops, and that's another enemy felled, and you get the victory screen there. And we get the golden halberd. And at that point, we just run back to the Church of Ella and call it an episode. So I know this was kind of short. I'm trying to go for the shorter episodes, 15 minutes. This one's about 10. I'm still working on it. This one was kind of a weird one with Castle Morn in the middle of my recording. And I don't want to skip too far ahead from Castle Morn. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.